Shout out to Black Phoenix for tagging me in this story. And this is a DNU story. I almost don't want to call it a DNU because of how extremely, and I do mean extremely gruesome this story is. I mean, this story is so disturbing that the title alone is going to make you want to probably punch the screen. It's that bad. It's actually worse than bad. It's absolutely atrocious. So in this picture, you see a man by the name of Melvin Martin Jr., and he was just recently arrested in a place called Markham, Illinois, this past Tuesday. And this guy admitted to killing and dismembering his girlfriend before carrying her body parts in a suitcase on a Greyhound bus from Kentucky to his parents' house in Illinois. Let that just register with you right quick. This guy killed his girlfriend. He chopped her up, put her in a suitcase, crossed state lines with her body, and then dumped her body at his parents' house. Let's get into it. A man has admitted to dismembering his girlfriend's body and carrying the parts in suitcases on a Greyhound bus from Kentucky to his parents' house in Illinois. Melvin Martin Jr. was arrested on Tuesday after his family members discovered the body parts in his luggage about a week after he had arrived. Can you imagine what that smelled like? Police said Martin admitted to killing his 31-year-old girlfriend in Louisville before dismembering her body. Investigators believe she was dismembered about a month ago. Hold on. Now it gets even more strange. So you mean to tell me that this guy had his girlfriend's body parts dismembered for a whole month and then just decided, you know what? I'm tired of looking at it. I'm going to pack this stuff in a suitcase. I'm going to hop on this Greyhound, cross state lines to my parents' house and just dump the body there, or dump the remains, because at this point it's no longer a body. He allegedly told investigators that he dumped her torso in a Louisville park and put the other body parts, including her lower half, skull, and organs, into his luggage. Martin then took the luggage with him when he caught a Greyhound bus from Louisville to Chicago, where he was picked up there by relatives who took him to their home in Markham, which is about 23 miles south of Chicago. Markham Police Chief Terry White said Martin took the remains to his parents' house because he still wanted to be with at least part of her. Is this guy trying to go for the insanity plea or what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. He indicated that, as grotesque as it might sound, he still wanted to be with her, at least part of her. Relatives later told investigators that Martin never unpacked the bags and kept asking for clothing. They became suspicious when a foul odor, and that's what I just asked, I said that had to be a smell that came from that, started coming from the bags. When Martin was at a public library on Tuesday, a relative opened one of the bags and found some of the body parts. Martin was arrested at the library after his family called 911. Police later found the woman's head and other remains in the remaining bags. Authorities are withholding the girlfriend's name until they can locate a next of kin. Listen, I don't know how I would be able to take that kind of news, finding out my relative got dismembered by her boyfriend. And who knows how long ago he did it. They said they think it was for a month. And then did all of that and crossed state lines and says, like I said, this guy's trying to go for the insanity plea. Now this right here, he's at the top of the list of the 2/3. He literally catapulted to the top of that list. Like, that is some wild shit. Police said her death resulted from a domestic assault and believe her body was dismembered at least a month ago. The woman's torso was located on Wednesday in the Louisville park following Martin's arrest. Martin has been charged as a fugitive, fleeing prosecution, and now faces an extradition hearing back to Kentucky. Listen, I don't know what the capital punishment laws are like in Kentucky or if they even have them. But if they do, this guy definitely is going to qualify for it. This is insanity. Like, this is insane. Like, and you know what? He probably walks around like one of them guys that you don't even expect that from. But you got to think about it. This guy got into a domestic dispute with his girlfriend. He had to have knocked her out with something, maybe a blunt object. Then he cut her body into pieces, put her body into a suitcase, dumped a part of her body into a park, and then traveled across state lines with the remains. Mind you, this was about a month ago when he did it. It wasn't like he did it this week. So he was holding on to these remains, as in he had decomposing parts in his possession. And then traveled across state lines to go meet with his parents, and then said he wanted to have a part of her there with him. Well, you sure you had parts, multiple parts of her there with you? You goddamn psycho, you sicko. Should he? Well, I'm not gonna say should he go to jail. He will be going to jail. They need to put his ass away. Like, you know how they did Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs? They need to just put him in a big ass room in a goddamn cell that looks like a cage. Cause I'm almost like, him doing that, I would almost be scared for the other inmates. What would he do? And like I said, he did this over a month ago. And he's just now admitted to doing this, which means nobody was looking for him or nobody suggested anything. I wonder if that woman had any family, like parents or something like that was wondering, like, oh, where's my daughter? Like, where's she been and everything like that, or reached out to him. And if they did, what did he tell them? But the fact that he was able to do this over a month ago, and the fact that he admitted this, and he wasn't just caught, like they didn't find him, that says a lot. And I wonder if anybody smelled anything in the park where he dumped her torso at, because that smell is very foul. I don't know if any of you have smelled something that was decomposing, but it is one of the most foulest odors in the world. It really is. But this guy right here is a piece of work as well as a piece of shit. Like, I can't even get my words together. What goes through the mind of someone that makes you want to chop somebody up like that? In the most gruesome way possible. Like, for real. I cannot believe what I just read. And I know y'all are probably down in the comments listening to this, if y'all can even make it through the video, because sometimes I put up some commentaries and y'all are like, Torian, I like your videos, but I couldn't make it through it. Listen, I understand if you can't make it through this one. I almost didn't make it through this one. But, wow, that's all I got to say.